Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, here to Lawrenceville, Georgia, as we're joined now by our Grizzly today and Ruth Jones. Ruth, how are you?
Good. How are you, Matt?
I'm doing pretty good. How cold was it out there today?
Pretty cold.
Yeah.
Not as bad as yesterday.
Not as bad as yesterday. So we're starting to warm up a little bit at spring break here, and the bats have warmed up too here for GGC. Yesterday we lost game 1 to Truett McConnell. Who said what in that locker room or in that dugout to try to turn things around in less than 24 hours?
Okay. I think us collectively as a team, plus the coaches, we all just decided collectively to, despite the weather, play for each other, play for ourselves, and execute when we needed to.
Coach Eilenberg said that this is kind of like a postseason vibe. We don't have school. We get a different schedule. We're just out here playing softball. Have you caught that energy and that wave of excitement here during the spring break?
Yeah, I really feel like everyone likes it a lot more when we just get to play softball. Rather than both the school and softball.
Absolutely. We get a break from being a student athlete. We just get to be a softball player this week. And for you, a freshman last year, a role player on this team, now kind of growing up into your sophomore season. What's been that change for you in the off season or maybe leading up to this point today in your role in this softball program?
I feel like I just keep trying to work hard and practice what I need to practice during practice and execute my role whenever I need to on the field and in the dugout as well.
Well, your number gets called today. You get inserted into left field in today's doubleheader. Do you have any idea what your stat line is? Don't look at my sheet here.
No.
You went 5 for 4 with a double, 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. And so a career day for you here at GGC. When I tell you something like that and we sweep a doubleheader, what does that mean to you?
I really enjoy hearing it.
Let me read it again. 5 for 4, a double, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. And might I add, a wedge gem in left field. What's a part of your game you pride yourself on the most?
I'm sorry, what?
What's the part of the game you pride yourself on the most?
I don't know.
Fair enough. We swung the bat today. A collective team effort. Back-to-back home runs there at the bottom of the lineup for GGC. They install 2 8-run rules here versus Ave Maria. Sydney Wilhite goes 5 for 5 and hits for the cycle in 2 days basically here. She's on an absolute tear right now. When you're hit toward the bottom of the lineup and you're a right-handed power hitter and Sydney's up there, she may be in a whole nother realm power hitting. But can you learn from her at-bats and that kind of trickle down the lineup a little bit?
For sure. Yeah, it's contagious when we all get hits like that.
And so also today what was contagious was Piper Wagner inside the center circle. We were a little uncertain about her start here today, and she's a bulldog out there inside the center circle. She's tough. She goes back out there. What kind of confidence does that give you guys in the dugout when Piper says, hey, I got the ball in game number 2 and throws a shutout?
Well, we just know we need to back her up, and we know that since she's so tough, we need to be tough for her as well.
And so Aubrey Cox hits the walk-off triple there in Game 2 as the Grizzlies win game number 2 by a score of 8-0. GGC improves to an impressive 17-5 on the season as the 5th-ranked team in the NAI. Ruth Jones, you're a Grizzly today, presented by Jets Pizza on Sugarloaf Parkway. You got some shout-outs for me?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
I just want to shout out all the coaches. I want to shout out my family, my mom, my dad, my grandma. I want to shout out my roommate Ray, and shout out Jordan for those drums today.
A little pain today. Get a little 2-day soreness there. So great job here today, Ruth. Quick turnaround for tomorrow. You guys heard of the schedule change?
Yep, we're going.
What time's the bus leave in the morning?
7:30 a.m.
So much for not going to class. We're going to get up and catch the bus tomorrow. They're going to the University of Cumberland's and playing a doubleheader at 3 o'clock before they come back home on Sunday versus USC Buford. That'll do it for our entire cast and crew from Lawrenceville, Georgia. GDC back on the win column with a doubleheader sweep over Ave Maria.